Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't even know if you can see the snow. Maybe if you put it in full screen. Hey, Arctic, make the snow go away. Ooh, sorry, I hit my mic. Thank you. It's my, my Vans cap. Hey, we're gonna play Yoshi's Safari. Look at that. She got a messed up face right there. One day, Mario and Yoshi.
Big money! Big
Show me the
prizes!
money. Man, that fits in there pretty good now. I think I like this new color schema. I keep changing it. I can't find what I really like. I think I like this one. This one's kind of pretty. You try playing this BS game on emulator. Yeah, you gotta use this fake scope. We gotta go to Jewelry Land. This game... Okay. Yeah, we gotta go to Jewelry Land and save Princess Peach's friends. Otherwise, she can't have all this fancy jewelry. So I guess where it's like the equivalent of going into China on a tank. Except we're riding a Yoshi with a super scope. There's Mario with a gun right here. This is what everybody always wanted back in the day with that Mario GTA stuff I remember seeing. I remember playing this back in the day too. It was one of the first games I played when I first got into emulators. Because I have the funny story about it is I have the plug-in for the Super Scope. I'm gonna find it right now. Super Scope sensor. So I have this part of the Super Scope. I have this thing, but I don't have the actual Super Scope. And I have games for the Super Scope, but I don't have a Super Scope. And I was always saying I was gonna buy one. And I have the game Super Scope as well, Super Scope 6. But I don't. Do you need a CTR or whatever those old school shit TVs? Are you ready? I'm ready. There's 2-player mode too, in case you got 2 Super Scopes. In case your parents are rich. Hey, we're gonna go to level 7 first. You have to do all the levels, it doesn't make a difference. Why do I go to this level? Because we got power leveled shit, and this level actually gives you a fire flower. Oh jeez, did I turn turbo off? I might have to turn turbo on. This sucks. Having to click over and over again to fire is shitty. But you can turn turbo on. The game says like turbo at the bottom. I guess I turned it off. Not having it on sucks. Like, is it on now? I don't have to go through this again? Oh jeez. Yeah. Let's go. I hope it looks all snowy. I can't actually tell. Can you go full screen and see how bright? See if you can see that snow. I'm looking over here at my own.
You can see your car.
You can see my car.
That's his car back there.
It's almost past the middle of the tire, isn't it? I'm not kidding. It's a lot of snow out there. And I didn't say let's go get groceries, so we're hurting for squirting on the groceries. This is a bad choice on my part. And the game after this is gonna be a struggle because it's Wing Commander, something I've never played, never even heard of. So not really looking forward to Wing Commander. Okay, please have autofire on now. It really needs autofire. Using super zoom on the Hubble telescope to see this. What are you talking about? From space? Oh, yeah, me. Yeah, me. I'm using... Oh, no. This sucks. I don't know how to keep turbo fire on. Look, we got a jump button. But this is gonna be nigh unplayable without holding the button down. I'll have to see what's up with that. Because normally you can just hold the button down, and as you see I have a power meter over there. And normally the power meter means something because you can just hold the button down to continuously shoot. But now I have to continuously click. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to jump there. This is gonna be, like, impossible.
Oh my gosh, you need an octopus cat.
There it goes. What?
I just saw his little octopus cat.
Oh, his octopus cat? Isn't it weird how the colors match perfectly, too?
It's beautiful.
There. So,
Those never look so majestic.
I was blown away by it, just because the colors match. It's almost intentional, but no, I didn't make that intentionally. But now, that looks amazing. I never even thought to do that, but somehow... So right there, we do this so we can get that fire flower right there. And now we got more power in more places, like Verizon. Not that I'm a fan. Hacks! Oh, we fell. You're supposed to be able to do this. So this is also one of the easiest levels, too. Luckily you get this. If you shoot Yoshi in the back of the head, it hurts him. So if you do this properly, he'll never throw bombs at you. But I think he's gonna throw bombs at me. I should blow his right arm off now. Yeah! Yeah, fuck you, balloon boss! Yeah! You know, I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite games I've played on stream is that other Super Scope game with all the really cool robots. Where it was just like, you just shoot them, like... You know what I mean? There's... that one's pretty fun too. The Terminator game was actually really fun with the buttons. Not so much with a controller, but with a button, with the Super Scope the game's really fun and manageable, but with... Guardian? Oh. The clown from Cuphead. I actually haven't played Cuphead. The only time I got to see it was when Oreo was playing it. The only problem is, when he switched over to playing on his PS3, it started skipping really bad. When he was playing Friday the 13th, it was okay. But he, like, changed his system over into Cuphead, or I don't know if he has an Xbox and a PlayStation, but as soon as he changed the game, it started skipping really bad. But it's a beautiful game. Like, I didn't want to ruin any of it by watching. I'm like that. I'm one of those guys. Stage 3? I don't know. Is this the hills? Nope. So, there's another stage that has another fire flower in this game that I want to go to. I'm going to go left. I don't know if there's a difference. Oh, no. I'm probably going to get hurt. If you don't jump these, you land on them and then they hurt you. Those little blinky bars. Oh, look at these cute little moles. Does anybody know what those are actually called? Other than being those things that jump on you and... Mario Kart. You gotta jump to get them off. At the end of Super Mario World, it like pops up and says the name of every enemy. And I'm kind of curious as to what they're called. Oh. Boomerang Dude. Uh-oh, we're gonna get hit by a boomerang. They gotta have a cool name, like... other than Mole. You remember that show from back in the day called The Mole? It had, like, the only person I can remember is it had, like, Kathy Griffin in it, and right from the start, okay, I was like, man, the mole's gonna be Dennis Rodman, and I swear the mole was Dennis Rodman in the end. I don't know if anybody else remembers this show, because I think, yeah, it was like a reality TV show. Oh, man. A reality TV show / game show where you had to guess who the mole was, and it was all celebrities. And I think the trick should have... It kind of was disappointing because I gotta hit the hammer on her head, or the anvil on her head. So you kind of gotta wait, and you have to have RNG of her lining up with it. So if I shot it now, it wouldn't do any damage. Monty the Mole. Ah, I missed. You love Wendy? I think I liked Iggy, but I think it was because I think Iggy's the one with the rainbow mohawk. I'm not really sure. I don't know my Koopa. What movie? Oh, I tried to get her to watch The Room last night. The Room's a fun one. Good man. What was your favorite line, favorite part of that movie so far?
I don't know, the mom. Yeah, dang, fuck. The mom is really annoying.
The mom. I'm gonna die.
He's like, you seem to be an expert, Mike. Or Mark, I mean.
Mark, you seem to be an expert on that, Mark. Oh, shit. He says the breast cancer line.
Yeah, I was like the results came back. I have breast cancer.
Yeah, man, she's taking it pretty well,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. Poor Denny. He just got caught up in the middle of a bunch of ad shit.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, I liked that part too.
You saw an awful lot of it. I just don't understand, like, the first, 15 minutes is just, nothing but really bad sex scenes. For no apparent reason. Can I watch? Is it yummy? Oh, yeah. I don't know what that did. Maybe it was a 1-up. Oh, it was a 1-up. So, I don't know. I can't remember what stage. What stages are what. Yo, that's essentially what this is. Oh, okay. So, I want to save this one for one of the last. Because I think I want to jump there. That way, I don't get stunned. So, I've played this game before. And before, I remember having another Fire Flower power-up. And I think you get it. Oh. I think you get it as your last stage. So I think you want to save this stage for last. Because having more power is really, really helpful on that guy. Because then you can just hold down the trigger the whole time. And certain bosses don't have hit timers or times when you can't hit them. So it's really, really useful on some bosses to, well, one boss, because it's going to be the last one, particularly this boss, because you can just sit here and fire on these things the whole time. So it's pretty useful to have max power at this point, because then you can just sit here and fire the whole time on one side and break it, and sit here and fire on the other side the whole time and break it. I don't know what this does. I just ate this fruit and now I'm tripping balls. I've never actually done this before. Man, am I tripping. I don't know if it does anything, though. I can't remember that rap song that says tripping off those toadstools. It either had to be Chance the Rapper or Childish Gambino. I think it was Childish Gambino's song.
I honestly don't know.
Or it could have been a Chance song with Childish Gambino. Featuring Childish Gambino. There's too many songs featuring other artists, and then I just think it's their song, and then I get confused. Ah, there we go. Stage 6. I can never figure it out. Ooh, this is just a nice relaxing cruise through Fishy Lane. I mean, they didn't want to make this game too hard. Maybe there's a hard mode. I've never looked into anything about this game other than it was always kind of an enigma to me. Because you would think, as a dumb little kid, I would have accidentally bought at least one of these Super Scope games, thinking the cover looked cool. With as many as I'm always like, oh yeah, I had that game. Oh yeah, I had that game. Oh yeah, I had that game. The only one I had that, like, as a kid, because I obviously bought ones after the fact of being a kid. I don't know, check out the release date on this one. Yoshi Safari. But as a kid, I never accidentally bought a Super Scope game. And I mean, I had a lot of garbage games as a kid. I had Pit Fighter. I had... What are some more garbage games I had as a kid? Pit Fighter is the first one that came to mind. Pew, 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 pew. 1993? Wow, this one came out the year after it was released, so it's a pretty recent release. I like how the light is really shining on me from outside, too. It really gives this sense of, damn, it's bright out there. The sun and shining on the snow. I'm gonna get that snow blindness. Is that what it's called? Snow blindness. Did you know it's like if you stare at the snow and the sun, because the snow is white and reflects so well, you can damage your eyes? I never had any of that fancy Nintendo stuff either. That's how I'm so amazed at like AVGN videos and stuff, where he's like, this is like the pad, the rock and roller pad, or the power glove. It's like, I never knew about that stuff as a kid. I guess I just didn't have Nintendo Power and didn't have cable, so I didn't buy into all the marketing. Didn't have the internet. So none of the marketing ploys got to me. I just looked at the covers of games in pawn shops and was like, "Whoa, that game looks dope. I want that." I mean, even as a kid, I didn't have Legend of Zelda. It's like the equivalent of PSVR. What's this thing? I didn't even eat this thing, whatever it is up there. I ain't never used PSVR. I have the Vive in the other room.
Yeah, the Vive is really fun.
Mm-hmm. I originally was going to... What I was gonna do was originally gonna do Vive stuff only, and I was just gonna do a lot of reviews and gameplay stuff and stream a lot of Vive stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the Vive games suck ass. I'm just gonna come out and say it.
I like the little workshop.
Oh, Valve Workshop?
Yeah, that was cool. And going to the world thing could have been a little more exploitations.
Oh, Google Map VR?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it was cool that you could go like
I think the Google VR thing would have worked a lot better if... essentially it would have worked pretty good if they would have made it to where other people can be like hanging out that you don't, like you don't know, like the VR chat thing that came out now. I think Donkey did a review of it where he just jokes around and is like, oh, you can pick a random character. And then you get to be like SpongeBob walking around talking to people. If Xbox had VR, you'd be all over it? Oh, is it because... Do you not have a PlayStation? So if you got it, it'd kind of be like... VR sex is where the money is? Man, that's what somebody else is saying. I'm not trying to be pervy, but I think that's where the market's going to end up heading. I think it's going to become like a VR sex gimmick. You can see it, right?
Yeah. I mean, they already have like
Oh, okay. I don't know of any PS VR games The only one I was interested in originally was Resident Evil had a VR mode, but it wasn't on PC with VR, so I was really confused. And I kind of did my play of that game. Like, I don't need to play it anymore ever again, unless people want to see me play it. I did all I could do with that game. It's done. I beat it.
Wait, I'm sorry, which one?
Kenjo times Kenjo, Resident Evil 7.
That was a pretty cool one.
So, I think I made it pretty much a porno game. Yeah, that's what it's gonna turn into. You wanna run my test? Because I pretty much just made it 30 minutes until everything crashed again. So, I'll let it stutter, whatever, what have you, and we can see what it says I'm at right now. Because I'm definitely not at 2. But now it just looked like it's going back. No, it's just... Nope. Oh, I jumped too early. Now I'm going to take damage on all this stuff. Oh, it says it's fine now. It's only... I think that's the big... Oh. Oh, Steam auto-downloading? Or... I always leave it off nowadays, because... It always comes up when I least want it to come up. The problem is, there's Oculus and there's Vive, but they use different frameworks for how they work, so you can't make one game work on both easily. And that's where the problem lies, is it's just not cross-compatible, you know? It just doesn't go. I gotta shoot him in the mouth? I guess I shoot him in the mouth. That's the point, is the snow is there to distract people from looking at me. Don't watch the bad gameplay, watch the snow and have a Merry Christmas. Oh wait, Christmas is over. Yikes. So you can monitor as my car slowly disappears outside into nothingness. So as you can see, some enemies, you have to wait for them to pop up, and some you can just shoot the whole time, like the squid pretty much. You can pretty much just shoot his arms the whole time. So it's really useful to have the power up on the squid. But I don't know if it just only pops up in the last level, or what have you, but hey, there's that dude, he's dead. That is a wonderful snow out there, isn't it? I guess I should go like, wow, that is a wonderful snow out there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful snow. I want to pull it up full screen for me so I can just stare at the snow. I like snow a lot. But it's problems like that. This way? That way. That way. So I can't just like get... So I already have one. OST. Hat and actual cam. What? What? It's snow amazing. I don't... Are you saying it's like so amazing? Snow amazing? I'm running low on power. Man, it comes back so quick though. I don't... Snow amazing? Is that something I don't get? Is that a pun? Yeah, that's... I don't understand. Is the hat a cam? Yeah, snow amazing. I thought it was, but I was just like, I don't...
That's why I was saying there's snow sound earlier.
There's snow sound earlier? Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one. Sometimes jokes go over my head. I'm not the smartest man in the world. I mean, push buttons, and things happen on screen. I think I'd be great at foreign relations. I just think everyone should chill out, okay? Sub council dudes.
Sup, City Council?
Okay, so it's always just the first stage you go into and the last stage you go into give you a power up. It doesn't even matter what stage you pick. Oh, it's Evil Bucket Man. Kill that little octopus. Notice how these octopuses look so very familiar? They look exactly like the octopuses from Octopi. I can say whatever octopuses I want. I think both are from Mystical Ninja. The one that's like, ah, this boss. This guy is easy. You shoot him in the nose. Right? I don't know if you shoot him in the nose or you just shoot him, period. But this is the one where it really helps to have the power because you can just mow him down really quick. Look at this. This is world record pace. 5 lives, 52 coins. Whew. I wonder if there's a speed run of these games. I feel like there isn't a speed run of any of these Super Scope games because they're stupid. I know what else I have to play today. I play... Well, now you've saved me, thanks. But they still have 5 gems, as well as my prince. Go to the Dark Realm, return peace to this land, finish collecting gems, save the prince. I'm counting on you. You got it. Here we go to the Dark Realm. Stage 8. I don't know. I'm going to the weird poop-looking stage. Man, speaking of poop. I watched... I'm not even gonna get into it. I don't even want to get into it. Should I? You already know. Why don't you start this one? Alright, so I started watching, well, I guess I finished watching Marvel's Runaways. And it is one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And I mean, I don't have a lot to like compare it to, so don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm like the master of television and I've seen every show known to man. I'm just saying, I watched it. Man, this guy like has to hit you. I can't, oh, unless I shoot him and he bounces up. Boom, got a mushroom. Anyway, so I started watching that Marvel Runaways show, and from the get-go, I was like, okay, this is a good start, you know, this show is starting pretty good. It's really, I bet it really picks up once these kids get their powers or something. Man, that show doesn't ever pick up. It is just, I don't know how many, I think every show is an hour long and nothing happens, and they're just, that's all I did the whole time we were watching it. A soap opera is what I called it. I said it's a TV show for girls. Take no offense to that, ladies.
That sounds pretty offensive.
That's exactly what I said, though. And you were like, wait, what do you even mean by that? And I was like, it's like a soap opera. And
You know, guys can watch soap operas.
guys can watch soap operas. We went over this.
Soap operas.
What?
Guys are in soap operas.
I know they're in soap operas. But it's just a general consensus that guys want, like, boom, explosions, nudity, right? And I'm a guy going, man, this show had too much, like, BS talking. It was made for, like, high school girls with, like, boy crushes and stuff like that. It didn't have any, like, realm of, like, actual real-world stuff going on. Whoa, we got big. I thought that was it. I guess the question is why he didn't like Supergirl. Too much talking, see? Too much talking, and it wasn't even like good talking, like character development. Too much character conflict. See, I guess that's the same thing. Not enough fighting. He's got all the same complaints as Supergirl.
But, okay, I'm a girl and I agreed with you.
I know. That's why I was like, it's not really a girl thing so much as that's just generally like the stigma put on it. Who's that appealing to? Who is that show appealing to? It ain't appealing to Arctic because he has the exact same complaints for a different show. You won't like that show.
Yeah, you won't like it.
I even liked the main actor, like Alex, the kid Alex. I liked him. He had some charisma behind him, but the problem is, halfway through the show, his charisma went down the shitter once all it was crying. And it wasn't actual crying, it's just everybody was crying, couldn't get along. Talk show enthusiasts. Do you like shows where you want stuff to happen and stuff doesn't happen and they draw it out for hour-long episodes of like 8 episodes and nothing happens and maybe there's one fight scene out of the whole thing and it was really stupid and the effects are really bad even though it's a Marvel show? It's because it was produced by Hulu. Hulu can't make anything. I don't know a single good Hulu show now. Is there a good Hulu show? Let us know. Thank you. This show, I thought it was done by Netflix, so I just got done watching The Punisher, which is excellent. There's lots of talking in The Punisher, but you know what? It's good talking. It builds the story. It builds the characters. This was just like, I like you. Oh, really? Well, next episode you can talk about it again, because that's all you're going to say for the next 2 episodes, is how much you like this person. And that's all it was. It was repeating the same thing for like 2 episodes just to make sure if you missed the last episode that you remember who likes who. Oh man, I gotta jump. In case you forgot, let us remind you that this character likes this character. Oh yeah, in case you forgot, even though it's on Hulu, we're gonna have a fucking recap at the start of every episode. It's on Hulu. We don't need a recap. See,
I probably assume people don't watch it one after another, I guess.
Who doesn't? That's what people do. That's the assumed thing these days, actually, is people are binge watching things. See, Netflix has made Castlevania and 7 Deadly Sins, he says. I haven't seen the Castlevania one. But they also made some pretty good movies. But so far, Punisher, Daredevil. I never finished Jessica Jones, and I never watched any of, Power Man. What's his name? Luke Cage. I actually don't think I watched any of that. And they made Iron Fist, but I heard Iron Fist was bad. And I don't want to taint my love of Iron Fist with a bad show. I heard that one had a lot of talking, if I remember correctly, but I don't remember. I can't watch everything, you know, these things are long. But Punisher was cool. There's lots of ass kicking and lots of pointed dialogue, some real needed dialogue. None of that long drawn out garbage. It was all useful. People die. People die halfway through the season, not like at the end when it's just like, whoa, we wanted to use as much screen time with them as possible before we killed them to make you like them. Sometimes you just need to be good at making you like people or hate people and kill them. Like, real early. Then you're like, man, if they killed this person off right now, what else could happen? That doesn't give anything away. He fell asleep during Punisher, I can understand. King! Thank you. He said it for me. Good old Beetle for the host. We're playing... We're playing Yoshi Safari with a mouse. Why? Because I've never beaten this game. It's all good and dandy and fun. And complaining about that Marvel's Runaway. I'll complain about anything all day over here. With a snow cam. It's snowing. I've already said the joke. We got a good 6 inches out there. Probably gonna get 6 more. It's gonna be fun. You can have like neighbor leaving hype or something. I don't know. Oh my.
Oh, it's pretty cold here too, but
We took a journey outside.
we did indeed.
Oh. Man, there's really no consequence to getting hit too bad in this game. Like, I know your health drops, but I can probably get hit all the time. A high of 11.
Whoa.
What's the high here?
Wonder
What's
if
the low here?
It's -1 is the low.
Whoop, whoop.
16 is high.
-1.
It's supposed to get down to -7. Oh my gosh, on Sunday it's supposed to get down to -17.
-17. How you?
Yeah, there was just someone walking their dog actually outside.
Crazy.
We're
Oh,
used to it here though, you know?
they are. Well, I do fine. I just walk out there.
Oh, in Sacramento, it's sunny and 42.
Ah, isn't that sweet? But I don't know. Where, like, how cold is it there? Bone. I don't know how.
What is Massachusetts on? Massachusetts is 70 degrees.
Bone-bitingly cold, but yet no snow. Where could it be? Where could it be? Where
It's
could
not
it be?
sunny.
Does it snow a lot in Chicago? I can't remember how often it snows in Chicago. I imagine it snows a lot. I can kind of, to be honest, I'm pretty good at determining where people are from accents, but I can't place King's accent exactly. It's a weird one, because right off the bat I nailed Arctic. I was just like, that's an East Coast, like New York accent.
Mhm.
Like knew right off the bat. He's from the moon. I'm from the moon.
Space.
Wait, what? Yeah, oh man, I'm just running into too many of these.
He stalked you with boundaries.
I stalked you. I don't even know. My guess was like not New York, but like East Coast. Generally around the area. I don't know if I'm right, but I assumed. I could have assumed wrong. This is the harder of these last levels, the only one I've played of this. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I never asked. Gotta get to the pyramid. Yeah, it's the ship. I'm not East Coast. It's offensive. It's offensive. Yanks.
Not even from Earth, sheesh.
Ah,
We're
fell
all
down
just
in a hole.
flying around out here in space.
Yeah. Honestly, where we're from, a little bit more south of here, used to have lots of snow, and then it kind of stopped. Thinking Colorado. I don't know. I as weird as it sounds, when we were in Colorado, I couldn't tell you. We didn't talk to enough people actually to know the accent of Coloradians. Coloradoans. When we were in Colorado, long story short, we were there, just passing through, and phone broke, and we had to wait like 3 hours to get a new phone. Something like that. I can't remember. It was a long wait, and maybe it was like more along the lines of 2 hours. It was so hot, my car broke down there. My car kind of broke down there twice, and then yours started acting up when we were there too. Avalanche fans. Yeah, we got that star power. I really don't know how long this game is or how much more there is to it, but it doesn't have too much challenge factor to it. And I wonder how much a copy of this game actually goes for. If it came out in '93 for the Super Nintendo, obviously, with a Super Scope exclusive game, it has to be pretty rare, I would think. It has to be quite the collector's item, because I've never seen a copy of it. I have Super Scope the game, but this game I've never seen. Oh, only $10. No, I haven't played Yoshi's Island yet. I honestly I don't think I've even beaten Yoshi's Island. I told a story one time that my friend actually, he's not a speed runner, but he's very good at the game. But that's just like me. I say I'm not a speed runner. I just get good at certain games. If I enjoy them, I'll put in the time, you know, and get good at it. Because if I enjoy a game and its mechanics, it might seem counterproductive, but I like to get through with it as fast as possible, because that's where my mantra of playing games, speedrunning them, I guess, came from, is even as a kid. If I enjoyed a game, I got other stuff to do, you know, as a kid. Even as a kid, I was like, I'm just going to beat this game really quick and get on to something else, you know? So the more games I could play, the more fun I could have, my brain. You know, that dopamine-fueled, if I beat the game, oh yeah, it feels good. So let's beat as many games as possible, as fast as possible, came about. And I'd pick ones out that I like, and do that. And I guess he kind of did the same thing, because we didn't know each other. So he had, like, the games that he would play really fast were, like, Yoshi's Island, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore. I think that's the other one. I can't actually recall, because I've never actually played those. He was actually... It's weird that we had different games that we played. And he was watching me play it, and we would just trade on and off. And I'm talking, this was like 2 years ago. Still doing that fun stuff that you used to do as a kid, where you'd each just take turns playing levels or something. Just mess around. The only problem is he's way, way better at it than me, so I'd lose on a level, but he just could beat everything, because he'd run any percent. So this is the annoying level of, obviously I have to shoot the different boo while bricks fly at me, but it's kind of hard to hit them because of the way they move. So I actually have never technically beaten that game, because he pretty much did all the legwork and beat all the hard levels. Play lives, that's how it used to be. Yeah, it doesn't really work when, you know, your friend can complete the game without dying, because he runs any percent of that game.
Well, there's Snowplow Man.
Snowplow Man?
You missed him.
Snowplow Man.
He's past you.
My car is gonna get snowed in big time. So, that's the only time I've ever played the game, is when we were playing his copy. He also used to play a lot of Earthbound and a lot of Super Mario RPG. Those were kind of his games. I'm trying to think of anything else he would play. We found some cool... He's really good. He's really good at dicking around in games and finding things, kind of like how I do. And he found some really cool glitches that I don't know. I haven't watched a speedrun of The Last of Us, but one day we were hanging out and he was drinking, and he's the funniest dude when he's drinking. He's like the most laughy-uppest person in the world. And he found some weird glitch where, in The Last of Us, where you couldn't kill any of the zombies or whatever the hell they are in that game. I can't remember what they're called. The fungus-infected things. He found a glitch in that game where you couldn't kill them, and they couldn't kill you, was the kicker. And we sat outside, because he was smoking, and just let it go for maybe about 30 minutes, and we came back and they were still grabbing him and still playing like the sound where they would grab you and then like supposed to kill you, but for some reason they couldn't kill him. They couldn't kill Ellie, and you couldn't kill them. If you stabbed them with a shiv, they would fall down and get right back up. If you blew like any of their heads off or something like that, I can't really remember exactly, their heads would be blown off, but they would get right back up. And I mean, it was the funniest, like instantaneous, down on the ground, like one frame they're standing up, back up at normal. And it would be incredibly useful for the run, obviously, because he couldn't die, and neither could they, which I don't know if that's going to be a plus side. There weren't any humans. It involved throwing a Molotov at the door, at some door that busts open, when you're supposed to run from them. It's pretty late in the game, if I remember correctly. And then they just wouldn't die. I believe they are making The Last of Us 2. Sadly, that's one of the few games I never beat that I had on PS3, and I just,
I actually have that game on my PS4, but...
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish it.
I didn't get to finish it either. I guess I kind of saw him finish it, so... He was pretty good at that one. He never played the online, though, amazingly enough. He was only into online if early on in games, like when Resistance Fall of Man first came out on the PlayStation or PS3, like launch. We found a bunch of glitches in that game, like clipping inside of doors and stuff that we would exploit in online play. Like, we were little dicks back then. That was a long time ago, though. You can call us connoisseurs of the glitch back in the day. We would hunt them out, exploit them, all that bouncing stuff in Halo. Back then, it was really hard to find a lot of those things. Well, good luck getting through the snow. It's vicious. Oh wait, you probably don't have.
Did it snow there too?
I want to know.
It's like,
He's free. We could probably go. It's the main roads are probably okay.
we just plowed, so
He did just plow.
we do have to get food at some point today.
Man, it's laying it on thick in this last level. I gotta fight every single mini boss. Oh, I did a hop that I didn't need to do. Like, all that stuff was awesome. He always tries to get people... He always likes to play through Halo 1, 2, and... He plays, I don't know, Halo 1, 2, 3. Whatever the Halos, you know, all those Halo games. He always tries to get people to play through once a year on Legendary with him. And the only other person that he could ever get to do it did not, like, was just a hater. That's all I'm gonna say. Was a hater and would not play it with him. And he'd just be like, these games suck, why aren't we just playing something on PC? And he'd be like, dude, I just have fun for what it is. He was not having it. He just would not play anything unless it was on PC. It's very... Oh, it's Mecha Bowser! He's got little butthole hands. What? Nah, Mecha Bowser's still up. Oh, he's gotta patch it up. See, I never played it. I didn't have an Xbox back in the day. So I never played any of that cool Halo. I played Halo 3 every day after school with one of my friends who had an Xbox 360. Had a hoot. It was one of the best online experiences. And then Gears of War, amazing as well. When the first Gears of War came out, I was all about that. Oh, Bowser's looking pretty slick. Where do I shoot you at, Bowser? Shoot you in your dick? Oh, do I have to jump there? Okay, I shot him once. Oh, I gotta shoot his little hands and he starts crying. Yo, why is Bowser crying? No, I'm not shooting him in the asshole. Man, those shells hurt. Okay, so there we go. So if you jump, I'm pretty sure you dodge. Yeah, Gears of War was awesome back when I didn't have internet, so I gotta shoot him in the nose now. Got rid of his hands. Shoot him in the noggin. I'm gonna use my mushroom now. Gears of War was amazing. And then what was the other one? I'm thinking of online games I played. Battlefield on PS2 was my first online game, I think, ever. Actually, I loved it. Well, other than playing like Counter-Strike on my friend's computer or my cousin's computer back in the day. But I didn't really ever like that game that much, even when I played it with him. I did not like Counter-Strike back then. I think that's the end of the game. I think we saved the prince. Thanks for saving me, Mario.
I like how he just looks at the screen now.
Yo. Whew. My wrist hurts after that consistent barrage of shooting. I'm a brave man. Now, with the gems you collected, what can we do? We can return peace to this land. Okay.
What, were they outraged their gems got stolen?
Throw the gems above your head. And look up toward the sky. Okay.
You didn't throw 'em.
Oh. No, didn't see anything. It's snowing. Make the worlds one again. Here we go. They're coming out of his chest. They're coming out of the shell.
That's beautiful.
Snow cam, nothing beats the snow cam. Me neither. Kind of bothers my wrist. It has to do all about my positioning though. I'm just not used to where I need my mouse. Okay, so I need my mouse, say desk, I need it to be really low so my hand sits down like this actually. So think of sitting in a chair and then put your hand down like towards your leg. I need it to basically have my mouse be just like about an inch or two above my leg. I need my hand to be down that low for it not to actually hurt my wrist so that it keeps your like arm. I can't do it because of the snow cam. So your arm is like in a straight line so you don't have to bend your wrist up or down is what I need. So I sit like this, like good posture, and put your hands at like almost a 45-degree angle if you're sitting in a chair, and they should touch your knees. And I know I'm looking at you, I'm just like, yeah, like this. And then it doesn't hurt my wrist, but when I have to do it like this, where I have to like hold my shoulder up, my shoulder starts hurting. Because my shoulders pop, both of them do. Boast my rotator cuffs.
I made a bullshit desk for my laptop using TV trays. We did that.
We did that for a little bit.
They kept breaking on us.
That's really funny. Yeah, we did the same thing for a little bit there. After restoring peace to the jewelry land, Mario just, you know, chilled. Hey, if this game looked fantastic, that's because it was alright, I guess. You know, it's just a fun little on-rail shooter. Are you booting up to go get groceries? Oh.
I am a great magician.
You're a great magician, apparently.
Hell yeah, I am.
You know what I need to do?
Make my sound clip really loud.
I need to find... Is this the snow cam? I think this is the snow cam. I need to... That's the end.
Wow.
Wow.
They should have made them gems.
Well, that was Yoshi Safari. That's a pretty interesting game.
Why was it called Safari though when he was collecting gems?
I don't know. Hey, I'm gonna cut to my end screen. Video capture device 3 is my other cam. So, video capture device. Video capture device.
Don't they have like grocery delivery service up there? They actually just got it, but I don't know. We are bums. We can go get our own groceries.
Create new. Oh, it's gonna be this one, isn't it?
You wouldn't even have them deliver the pizza yesterday.
Yeah, we actually drove out and got our pizza the other day. I'm trying to put my snow cam up on this waiting screen. So it's still working, right? I can't tell if the snow cam is working or not, because on my screen it's too tiny on my preview screen. But I'm trying to get it over here so that on my wait screen you can see beautiful, beautiful snow. Add existing. It's actually this cam. Oh, look at that, baby! Snow cam. Get ready for it. I like it. Now I can move it back. Move it all the way back. And there it is. This is beautiful. Oh, beautiful snow cam. I believe you can see all the wonderful bits of snow coming down. Right there. It's a beautiful snow cam. It's crisp and beautiful. Yeah, it's a little too distracting, I think, if it's the full picture. Maybe I should hide everything else. Maybe I should make it its own little thing. I don't know.
Winter Wonderland.
It's a winter wonderland.
Oh, it's so pretty.
On my screen, it looks really crisp. Maybe I still have to up the signal. 'Cause it looks kind of fuzzy.
On the camera part?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me go settings. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I never do because my internet is so unstable that I'm always scared to actually kick it up, the quality. So, let me see. I just kicked it up another notch. Maybe it's gonna make it even crisper and more beautiful. Nah, I don't think it can handle it. We'll see though.